Hey guys, how you doing? I hope you're doing a little bit better than me. You see, over the past couple days, I've been getting hacked on my WordPress website. So the question that I have is, how do you protect your WordPress website? Well, I got you covered. WordPress security, today on Ask Greg Russell. Today, more than ever, you need to protect your website. And I want to talk about security and what you can do to protect your WordPress website. And I want you to understand why you need this now more than ever. You see, recently, a plugin, and there's many plugin developers out there that create plugins for WordPress. We love plugins. Plugins gives you that extra functionality. However, sometimes plugins, if not updated, can give you a security hole. And recently, one of the most popular plugins, the Revolution slider, which is a really cool slider, had a security hole. And if you bought Revolution slider by itself, you could update it and patch the hole, right? However, a lot of the most popular themes started to package plugins with their theme so that you would buy their theme. So this way you wouldn't have to buy all these other plugins because you'd get, some of the really cool ones with the theme. And so what happened is the responsibility for the update was not on the plugin. So it wasn't on the Revolution slider, it was on wherever you got the theme. And they would take a lot longer to issue an update and thus left you with a bigger security hole for a long time. So these things are now are a lot harder to protect because the way people can get into your site is from a theme, from maybe a plugin that you can't really update. And they're so popular that they're really easy to find on your website and really able to get in. All right, so we're going to talk about ways that you can protect your WordPress website so that you add a really tough super layer level of protection to keep your website protected from hackers. All right, so if you have a WordPress website, you're going to want to definitely listen up, and we're not the only ones, right? So check this out here. Even CNN has been attacked by hackers, where if you have a website, if it's on the internet, it is getting attacked a lot. So I want to share with you something that I found recently to help me, and that I'm pretty sure it's going to help you too. And that's called WordFence. And it is a plugin that is designed to give you a really super secure level of protection. And I want to talk about 3 things that make this plugin stand out among most all the other security plugins, okay? The first one is the site scan. And what this does is it will scan your site. It will scan your themes. It'll scan all your other plugins on all your files inside WordPress. And it will look to see if any of those files are malicious. Okay, so if there are malicious files on your site, it will let you know, and you can show them to your developer. You can, it'll also give you a little message to telling you if that plugin is that file is needed. They could say, it'll tell you, hey, this file is not necessarily needed by a plugin or a theme, and then you can get rid of it. And one of the ways that it's so smart is that everyone who uses the plugin, that information is networked together. So if something does come out that's malicious, it's very fast to make sure that you know and that your site is protected, right? So the one thing is the WordFence scan. It's really powerful. The second thing that makes this really powerful is the firewall rules, right? So you can set the rules to however you want them, however strong or high you want them. So here on mine, basically what I did is I set my firewall rules that if a 404 page exceeds, one every 30 seconds, then block it, right? Because listen, right now you want to make sure that these things that are attacking your site can't get in. So this is kind of really, really tight, right? But it's really good because this way I'm protecting my site, okay? And so I have control whether I want to, throttle it or block it, and I can select the settings that I want for the security of my site. And not only that, but they give you all these other things that you can go through and select. So you are in real control of how tight or loose the security is on your website. It gives you that much more power. Now, the other really cool thing is if you have multiple sites like I do, then you can come scroll down here at the bottom, and you can export these settings and just import them into your next site. So you don't have to go through and set every install of WordPress up the same way. You basically put in the plugin, export your file, then for each site that you have, you just import the file to your website, and then you have all the settings automatically set for you. All right. Now the last thing, which I saved for last, which I think is the best, is the performance setup, okay, and their caching options. See, what happens is when sites are under attack, there's so many hits that are hitting your server all at one time that a lot of times it crashes that site and exceeds their memory, and the site comes down. So what they've decided to do was to enable you to turn up the speed with something called the Falcon engine. And basically it will speed up your site up to 30 to almost 50 times. This way, if you are under attack, then your website won't come down. So one of the things that I thought was amazing was not only did they do this for security reasons, but on the flip side, it makes your website faster, which we also know is Google loves a fast website, and that helps your SEO. All right. So those are the three things that makes WordFence superior for protecting your site and your WordPress security. So the site scan, the firewall rules, and the performance are three things. So head over to Google and Google WordFence and come over to WordPress, and you can download it, and you can read all about it here at WordFence. Now, if you're not on the blog, head over to askgregrussell.com, and on the blog, I will give you my settings for my WordFence. I'll give you the file, and you can actually import that, and you'll have my exact settings on your website for security. All right. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you log in at Ask Greg Russell so you get all the updates and you don't miss a thing. All right. So I look forward to talking to you next time. See you guys on the next video. And that you log. Blah, blah, blah. Man, I was doing so good.